Okay, fight fans, fight fiends, welcome back to Manny's Thoughts. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and obviously, thefightcity.com. As usual, I'll give you guys my thoughts on what's going down in the world of combat sports. Let's get started. Okay, so usually I give out congratulations, but we are going to skip that this week because we got a lot of news and fights to talk about. First up in the news, what's going on in the Fight City? Adonis Stevenson, Eleider Alvarez. Adonis Stevenson basically calling out everybody but his mandatory Eleider. Eleider giving out a press conference more or less stating that he has no intentions to step aside. Make sure to check out my Adonis Stevenson Eleider Alvarez video. This subject was so big that I had to make a separate video. So make sure to check that out. I'll throw up the link on here somewhere. Also, big news. Anthony Joshua and Pulev. That is going to be one beautiful heavyweight fight. I want to give a special shout out to Mandel Nallo. If you don't know this name, then you don't live in Montreal. He is quite possibly one of the funnest fighters from TriStar gyms I've ever laid my eyes on. Absolutely every elite fighter in that place has sparred him. He is very, very, very creative. Creative off the charts. I'd call him the James Brown of MMA. I've been waiting for this guy to get his call up, and I really didn't know who would have the guts to do it. And, well, it looks like he's heading to Bellator with Rory. So, good news for Mandel Nallo, the James Brown of MMA. That brings me over to Rory. Rory's a bit in the news talking about his old UFC days and how he's pretty sure that Robbie Lawler, may have taken some stuff because Robbie Lawler has never looked the same since that fight or even before that fight. Now, speaking of the UFC, big return in the UFC, George St-Pierre, Michael Bisping, it's happening. He's going up in weight. George St-Pierre hasn't fought in 2 years, but I don't care. I think he's the greatest MMA fighter to have ever walked the planet Earth. Now that he's back, he's going to give Demetrius Johnson a run for his money. But Demetrius is number one right now. Last but not least, hopefully we will get some positive news next week, but it does not look good for Jon Jones. Does not look good at all. He's failed already the A sample. They're checking on the B sample. Means stripping him of his belt. More importantly, because it's not his first time, it's a 4-year suspension. They're getting serious with this shit. 4 years of this kid not fighting. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more boxers by the time we're through. So that leads me to what's going on thefightcity.com this week. And there is some great articles and posts on the daily for you guys to check out. Some great social media work as well. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Great YouTube channel. Now, as far as what we can watch this week, we've got quite a few interesting fights this weekend. So let me get started. Friday on PBC. Bounce. So more than likely you're going to have to stream it. We got a super middleweight showdown going down. David La Bandera Roja Benavidez, the red flag, versus Ronald the Thrill Gavril. 18-0 versus 18-1. Benavidez has got 17 KOs. Garvil's got 14. It's going to be a heck of a great Friday night fight, so make sure to check it out. Saturday, 4 p.m. going down in Berlin. Berlin, Germany. World Boxing Super Series takes off. This big Super Series that I've been talking about with the big prize money and the Muhammad Ali trophy at the end and all these titles and fighters involved. Well, it takes off this Saturday at 4 p.m. The first main fight will be Alexander Usyk versus Mario Huck. It's a great showdown. Usyk is 12-0 with 10 KOs. Mario Huck is 40 fights in, 40 and 4 losses. So expect fireworks. The WBO cruiserweight title is on the line. So this is a tournament. Whoever wins this belt is going to be heading into his next fight defending that belt. So hopefully by the end of this tournament there's going to be one champ. Very interesting stuff. Then in the afternoon, might I make a very strong suggestion to head back to my TriStar comments earlier. There is a TriStar fighter who hasn't exactly signed to the pros, but that will be fighting in Medicine Hat, Alberta, live and free on the Fight Network. Look out for Peter Grayjar. He's on the same card with Joe Daddy Riggs. It's a small event out in Medicine Hat, but look out for Peter Grayjar. The kid's a beast, and I'm happy to see him on TV. Also, going down Saturday night, HBO Boxing After Dark. This is a rematch that I don't think should have happened. I think Gonzalez won that fight, but Rungvisai versus Gonzalez 2. It's going down. The WBC super flyweight strap is on the line. Gonzalez could have very easily have beaten Floyd Mayweather's record, and hopefully punishes Rungvisai for it. Now, also on that card, I want to point out Inoue versus Antonio Nieves. The WBO super flyweight title's on the line. Inoue is 13-0 with 11 KOs. Here's hoping that the new WBO champ will face off the new WBC champ. Okay, now as far as still Saturday, over in Edmonton again, more MMA, but this time in Edmonton, Alberta. You got UFC going down. It's a solid card. You got Amanda Nunes, Valentina Shevchenko fighting for the women's bantamweight title. You got Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, the best fighter on the planet at the moment, versus Ray Borg. That's also for the flyweight strap. There's 12 fights in all. There's a bunch of free fights on TV, including this Canadian standout and future UFC Hall of Famer Cajun Johnson will be fighting. Make sure you tune in and support him. He's going to be on the live and free portion. Last but not least, Grant Brothers Boxing, La Tohu. They're doing it again. Some of my favorite prospects and some new favorites are coming along, so make sure to check out their card. It's going down at La Tohu. Mohamed Sumaro. Fast. Technical. Beautiful boxing. If you like that, check him out. Also, Jimmy Ray Thompson. I mean, if you're looking to fan out on someone, the kid served in our military. He's got a boxing family background. There's all kinds of reasons to be proud of this guy. Plus, he can fucking box. Make sure you check out Jimmy Ray Thompson. Then, one of my all-time favorites, Golden Garcia, steps back into the ring. Here's hoping we get to see a beautiful performance from him. We got Rudy Pierre-Paul again. Eric Bazinian headlining the show. But last but not least, there's a major treat for you Montrealers. He's traveled the world. Been around fighting just about anyone, anywhere, anytime. Mr. Ryan Ford will be putting on the gloves at La Tohu. It's great news. I know he's supposed to have a big fight with Anthony Yard sometime soon, so I'm assuming this is to help him raise some money to get his butt over there. Here's the thing, I'm never entirely sure what fights this guy's got lined up, but he's always got something lined up. Mr. Hard Work, the real deal, Ryan Ford's going to be in Montreal. That is a beautiful treat. He's going to be on the Grant Brothers card, so make sure you check it out. That's it for me this week. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next week.